Hey everybody. So I just wanted to do a video to explain my condition overall and talk about autoimmune diseases. I wanted to do this because I know autoimmune diseases are typically found in women, and there are a lot of support groups specifically for women or female dominated support groups, and I think that's great. But I also wanted to make a place for men to talk about their symptoms and get help from a male perspective. So, um, how did this start? Well, it started around 2021, my autoimmune disease journey, you could say, when I noticed that I had really big problems with breathing in my lungs. And I actually went to the hospital for it. I'll back up. Before that, I was having a really tough time, like standing up, walking, and it got so bad to where I was taking off work. And it finally got so bad where I was just at work one day and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. And one of the ladies in my work, I work at a school, she put out a pulse ox and my oxygen was at like a 70%. And she's like, oh my God, I'm gonna call 911. And I ran out of the school and I went in my car and I drove myself to the hospital because I work in Washington, D.C., but I live in Maryland. And I was like, dude, I'm not going to be stuck in a DC hospital. It's terrible. I'd much rather go to Maryland. So that's what I did. I went to Maryland, drove myself, got checked. They said I had pneumonia. And long story short, it wasn't pneumonia that I had. They released me from the hospital. They had me get another scan about a week or two later. They said it was worse. And that was really scary because it's like worse. Finally went to another place. And I ended up going to a dermatologist, not a dermatologist, a rheumatologist. And the rheumatologist said, um, you didn't have pneumonia, you had nodules, arthritis nodules in your lungs. And so that started the process of learning about arthritis. They said I had rheumatoid arthritis, possible Sjorgen's disease. So I started getting treatment on that. I started taking methotrexate, 6 of those pills, those 2.5 milligram pills, and I went on prednisone. Um, and that immediately alleviated the symptoms. The prednisone was amazing. Um, and so with that came, the treatment, and I've been dealing with it ever since. So when I've been going off the prednisone, it's gotten worse. I've since been diagnosed with dermatomyositis and scleroderma. And so that's really hard to deal with, more than the arthritis, I say. And so I'll probably go into this in another video more in depth, but I wanted to just make an introductory video to talk about that, talk about some of the difficulties that I have because, making a fist is tough, breathing is difficult, going upstairs is difficult, talking for a long time is difficult. I have a job where I have to talk for a long period of time and I need frequent breaks so I can have time to breathe. Um, Sometimes whispering is damn near impossible. I can't whisper, and swallowing is difficult too. Sometimes I put band-aids on my fingers because the tips, like this point right here, they hurt. So I'm going to go in the channel to talk about like the medicines that I'm taking, but also the lifestyle changes that I'm making because I have 3 kids. I have a newborn. I have a very supportive and amazing wife that needs me, and I cannot be sick. And I'm determined to be there for my kids, be there for my wife, and bother them for as long as possible. So, talking about the symptoms, the disease itself, the medications, the lifestyle changes, and a little bit spirituality too, because and if you don't like that, you could just avoid that stuff. But I do think that spirituality does help understanding where we come from, understanding, you know, that we don't have to do it alone if we don't want to. We can use God to help us. And so I'm very much a believer in God and Catholic Christian. Talking about lifestyle changes, I've been doing a fasting, 20-hour fasting with a keto diet. When I first got the disease, I did keto, but I got depressed and I just stopped doing it. And food was really a help. But I've noticed now with keto that I can make a better fist. That's been hard to do. It still hurts, but I it's a lot of things that require a lot of lifestyle changes, a lot of medications, a lot of things that you have to change. But I want this to be a forum for men to talk about that, and we'll just keep making videos and talking about it. So I hope that interests you. You can subscribe, and this will be a forum for you guys to talk about it. Hope this is helpful, and just check out more because I'll be posting regularly about things that are happening in my life and things that I hear from other people. And yeah, we'll do this together. We don't have to be alone. Okay, guys, see you.